March, like I said, is going to be absolutely massive. 2025 is the year the world changes forever. New project. Go get it, guys. You have got this. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lucy Davis, and it is the 1st of March 2025. And my goodness, if you are in the UK, it has been an absolute corker of a day. In fact, I'm pleased to say it has been an absolute corking few days. A few days ago, I went off and did some deep cleansing and deep clearing work on collective karma and the collective consciousness. And off the back of that, we saw the Schumann resonance go wild. It was a pattern that we've never seen before. And then we have seen pure blue skies over what I know to be the promised land, which is the United Kingdom. For those of you that do not know, maybe you don't follow me on social media, or maybe you haven't been that engrossed in my videos of recent, I'm actually in the UK for a few months whilst I am just helping shift these last energies that need to take place. So I'm not going to promise that we're going to have beautiful sunshine the whole time that I'm here, but what I am suggesting is that we are going to be having quite good peaks and troughs of what is going to be going in. And it has been so beautiful to see the skies with no lines in, or very few lines in, and everybody really, really coming back online and feeling much more clear and much more passionate and things like that. I'm actually going to film a video about, some of the energies that are disrupting us on our journey at the moment. The fact that people are looking for shortcuts, the fact psychedelics are really being pushed quite significantly at the moment. So please do keep your eye open for that. But because it's the 1st of March, I thought I had best crack on and actually get this energy update for you out. So I'm so excited to say that 3 weeks today, we will be in Birmingham lifting the roof off of our own heads and really getting deep into the throes of the way that our mind works. And we are all going to be leaving Birmingham a much better version than when we arrived. Now, you may be sat there thinking, but Lucy, I'm okay. I've got my stuff together. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Please do not think that just because at the moment things are going okay for you, that you're not going to end up with your head being in a bit of a spin again. We have got some very profound energies coming in through March, and it is just divinity that we have got the Mastering Your Mind event on the 22nd of this month. So 3 weeks today, we will be in the throes of really creating the energies that are going to help you shift everything that holds you back. So if you are somebody who procrastinates, if you are somebody who, you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, or you get in your head about something, or you can't quite find the relationship that you are looking for, this is the event for you. Anything that stops you progressing, any fears that you have around success, or fears that people are going to look at you, or fears that people don't listen to you, all of this we will get rid of in just one day, as long as you are open to it. So March is going to be absolutely massive, my friends. We're calling it Massive March from here. So many events are going on every single level that is known to us. And just to add an extra little bit of spice and a little bit of sass to the month, it is also eclipse season. So, ladies and gents, every Tuesday, I write a newsletter which is called The Weekly Woo. If you are keen to keep up to date with the energies of the week, the work that I'm doing energetically wise, or some really profound areas of life, which every now and again I just go into, or anything else, all of my events, etc., are captured in The Weekly Woo. And we are really looking for us to connect on a much deeper level in there. There's also an amazing function within the Weekly Woo. Right in the last section, there is an Ask Lucy, which basically means if you go to the bottom, you click on the link, what you can do is you can submit a question to me and I will answer it for you from a coaching perspective on one of the weekly woos. Now, we do have a bit of a backlog with questions. So if you don't see your question the next week, please don't be disheartened. Keep checking that section out and a response will come to you, my friends. It is absolutely free and it is the best way to get some coaching from me because, as you guys know, my hourly rates for a coaching session are pretty high. So, it's best that you get it as a freebie through the weekly woo. So without further ado, let's get this party started, my friends. So March, like I said, is going to be absolutely massive. We are going to be seeing miracles. We are going to be moving mountains. Like everything is going to be going on this month, and we are going to see a massive boom in the area of business. So if you are somebody who has an idea, get it down, get it on paper and start taking action. I see a lot of people talking about divine timing, let it happen in its own time. And yes, I am a massive fan of that, but there is a huge surge of laziness that comes with trust the magic of timing. Trust that it's all going to happen as it's meant to. No, show source, show yourself, show the universe, which is you, exactly what it is that you are choosing for your life and allow it to come in a lot more quickly. We need to be walking our talk, ladies and gents. We can't be saying, oh, I want a new partner. Oh, I want a new partner, but you never leave your house. Like it absolutely goes against it. And so many people right now are going, oh, it will all happen in divine timing. And in all honesty, that's out of date nonsense in my mind. So if you would like something to happen in business, in entrepreneurship, in mentorship, in creation, in innovation, this is the time to really be getting the bit between your teeth and running for it. And I wish all of you so much success that are in that position that are just about to embark on a new project. Go get it, guys. You have got this. There is going to be such a lot of processing around relationships through March. I think today we have had Venus go retrograde. Now, as we know, Venus is the planet of love. She's my favorite by far. And it is very much, love, relationships, marriage energy. So what we're now doing in retrograde is that we're going to be looking at processing old wounds of relationship, looking at what comes up for us. And you may have even noticed this in your own personal life today on the 1st of March, that all of a sudden things are coming up and you're like, wow, didn't think that was going to come up today. And actually, you're being shown very significantly that it is time to really pay attention to what is good, what needs to be worked on, and, really the area of love, relationships, and marriage. Now, under this energy, through the month of March, we are going to see love blossom in unexpected places. Now, I love that. I actually went to a really beautiful restaurant last night. It was Japanese and it had blossom everywhere. And so for me to use the word blossom when I channeled this a few days ago, it's almost like I knew that I was going to be going to that gorgeous restaurant. It's going to be messy. We are going to be creating mass healing as we take a look at all of the aged patterns of destructions in the area of love, relationships, and marriage. So, if you are somebody who's maybe had a failed relationship or a failed marriage, or maybe you've got a bit of a broken heart right now, please do expect mass healing in this area. And actually, if you are ready, you will be able to heal it once and for all. And I'm going to suggest to you guys, like, it's really worth putting the effort in, going all in, wading in with those welly boots on and really taking a good hard look at yourself. It is never always to do with the other person. It's never always their fault. It's 50-50 all the way. And I feel as long as you and anybody around you in any type of relationship can see that it is 50-50, like we're all in this together, that is why we end up in the positions that we do, then actually you're in a really, really good position to a lot of people that wouldn't even consider that there is anything to do with them. Now, because we are in retrograde for Venus, expect exes and old flames to come out of the woodwork. Now, I'm not really one to follow astrology. However, because Venus is a massive part of me and my work and my life, I'm like, why is Venus coming in so strong with me? So I took a check at, what's going on with Venus, and I saw that it was in retrograde from the 1st of March, which is why after I channeled this information a few days ago, I was like, I wonder what's going on, because it is so about love, it's so about marriage, it's so about relationships, it's so about all the subjects that I absolutely adore. And I know it's my healing this lifetime is to nail the love, the relationships, and the marriage elements of it. So expect exes and old flames to come out of the woodwork over the coming few weeks. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go back to them, although you can if you choose. However, it's really important that you lean into this energy because it will assist your healing. So if you're somebody like me and you know that you're here to heal relationships and stuff, do not be surprised if exes reach out, and just remember that you are on a journey and it is all down to you. Like, it's up to you. It's your free will. You can do whatever it is that you choose. It might be that there's an important conversation that you need to have that you didn't have in the past. Maybe it's finally to say goodbye forever. Like, whatever it is that you choose, like, lean in and do not be surprised if this happens. It is a very important time to reevaluate love during this period. Look at your choices. Look at your past decisions in this area, and this will enable you to move forwards. Like, hands up if you are ready to move into the most beautiful, conscious, loving, kind, reliable, consistent relationship that you've ever had in your life. If that's you, this is the month to dig deep. This is the time that you really invest in figuring out who it is and what it is that you wish to be. So, some questions that I thought you could ask yourself in this area. What do you want? Or what do you choose for your relationship in the area of love? What do you choose for love? How would you like it to show up? What does it look like for you? Like, really get clear, gain clarity, and define the way that you see this. And I'm not talking writing down 6 foot, six pack, dark brown hair with the most beautiful. And I'm not talking that. What I am talking is look at what are the characteristics? What does love mean to you? What does the definition of safety mean to you? What does the definition of security mean to you? What does the definition of kindness mean to you in the area of love? Get really, really clear on all of these definitions so that you can free yourself, my friends, once and for all. Like, I am going all in this month. I'm so ready to be like the best version of myself in relationships. Like, I've come a long way, but my goodness gracious me, I am so ready to jump in two-footed and really nail this. The other thing that I feel very drawn to do in the area of love is go back to March 2017. What happened in your life back then in the area of love? Go back there. I feel that there's a really strong link, like a 5-year link with what is going on. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel that there is a really, really, really strong link with the year of 2017. That's not bloody 5 years, is it? It's 8 years. So there's a strong link there with that amount of time and the month that we are in. So if I actually think that I had a miscarriage in 2017. I think I need to go back and check, but I'm sure that that's what happened. So, of course, my heart was broken. So, be aware that there may be some heartbreak. If you had your heart broken back then, maybe there is some heartbreak coming for you in the month of March 2017. But remember, you can choose it in which way that you desire. You can go, no, that's not going to happen to me this time. This is how I'm going to make the changes. So, just be very aware of that. March is definitely the time to bring in love, marriage, and relationships. Like, if you are serious, like, I'm serious about relationships, I'm serious about marriage. I can't wait to get married. I am so in love with love. That is me to a T. So Get yourself very clear on what it is that it looks like for you and allow yourself to embrace it. Allow yourself to get excited with it, is my recommendation to you. I must manage your expectations during this period of time, though. We are having a massive amount of irrational thinking and behavior coming to the surface. There is a mass amount of sensitivity, and, myself included here, I'm finding that I am much more sensitive. I'm actually being a lot more vulnerable. I am choosing to put old pasts right now. It's almost like a real shift within me that's like, right, how can I be my best version? And for me, I'm a woman. I want my best version to be in the feminine energy. So be aware of people being sensitive. Now is the time for this to be taking place. The start of the month is really going to catapult sensitivity, this irrational thinking that I'm talking about, these kind of behaviors that are maybe a little bit intense that make you take a step back, like, wow, what's going on here? A lot may not make sense at the start of the month. So I'm going to ask you to trust yourself, ladies and gents. It is very, very important that you trust yourself through this period of time. Now, the mind is wreaking havoc around everyone. The mind is really kicking in. It's fighting for its existence right now. We are moving out of the world of thinking and we are moving into the world of feeling. So the mind is looking to justify its role right now. And what I'm actually seeing playing out in the public, playing out in lots of different movements and things like that, is people are actually fighting for their position in society. And this is what the mind is doing. There is an absolute mirroring taking place between the mind and that. Now, as I was saying at the beginning of this, like, it is an amazing period of time that I have decided to do this Mastering Your Mind event. I've been talking about doing this event for 6 months, right? I had no idea what the energies would be like come March, but what they're basically saying is the mind is like rattling right now. So remember that event on the 22nd of March is going to be about unpicking why your mind is in the state that it's in, and then bringing some peace to it and actually being able to reprogram, so rewire and refire the old programs for success, for abundance, for love, for health, for whatever area of life that you are looking to shift in a big way. So please, if you haven't got your tickets for that event, head over to the description field and go and grab your tickets. It's super exciting what is going to be taking place over the coming weeks, and I am going to make sure that that event goes off in a way that we have never known before. So ladies and gents, if you haven't got your tickets there, this is the first opportunity to see me in person this year, and it is going to go to a whole new level. This is an event I've never done before, like really focusing on the mind, really unpicking the way that we think, the way that we feel, and really, really programming us for much better success and much greater abundance. There are so many people out there like this that want the abundance, but they're not doing the work. And this energy of not willing to do the work on yourself is holding you back. You've got to jump in to rewire and refire these programs, okay? Our minds are being shaken to the core right now. Everything that we know has been programmed in us to keep us safe. But the thing is the perception of our safety is so skewed. We all know somebody who is so comfortable being sick that they are, because it's their story. Like, I'm ready to help you guys break through from that. It's very important to recognize that we have incarnated to become the master of our mind. Our heart is supposed to drive and become the master. So this does and creates whatever it is. Now, in regards to the mind is very powerful. We know that the mind can create anything good, bad, and ugly. So now imagine having the tools and the techniques and the reprogramming that will help you create from a space of love, from a space of health, from a space of abundance, rather than the lack that many are in. Sickness and disease, massive amounts of it on the planet right now. It is so bizarre. Everybody I speak to seems to be sick, or they've got a sniffle, or they've got a cough, or, one of my best girlfriends has been being sick overnight. There's tonsillitis doing the rounds. There's all of this stuff going around. And I truly believe that over the course of March, we are going to see many more issues around health and mental health coming to the surface. I spoke to one of my best friends before I did this recording actually, and she works in mental health, and she is like, Lucy, it is wrecking havoc through everybody's lives. Since COVID, everything has changed. And then I speak to people who have children, and their children are going through mocks right now and they can't cope, they're anxious. We are literally living in a world where we are wired. And this is why, my friends, it is important for you and your children to get on top of your mind, bring it into peace, bring it into harmony, so we can actually make a difference. So be aware and be conscious of this sickness and dis-ease energy that is hitting us. Needed a little sip of my tea, so I do apologize for that. Now, in March, we have the famous Mercury retrograde. Now, whenever I speak to one of my girlfriends about Mercury retrograde, she's like, I'm battening down the hatches. For me personally, I like to be humble around Mercury retrograde because a few times I've said, nah, it doesn't impact me. And my laptop has died on both of those two occasions. So there is a bit of a thread where Mercury retrograde is concerned. And the thread looks a bit like communication issues, technology issues, things like that. But you can either buy into this or you can just be like, you know what, I'm just going to speak much more clearly during that time. I'm going to love my technology more. I'm going to look after it more. I'm going to make sure I back it up, things like that. So, Mercury retrograde is a great time for reflection and a great time for healing, and the energies are really surging us to step forwards and heal. So, during this period of time, breathe, take time, think about it before you speak, and communicate effectively. If we do this, we can get through this 3 week period with such ease and grace. And I encourage you to do that. So many people fear Mercury retrograde. There's no point. It's a thing that we have to live through a few times every year. So why would we not lean into it and actually look at the positives of this? There are so many positives that come out of it. We have to stop more. We have to rest more. We have to think before we speak more. We have to actually like process what we're doing and what we're saying. It is so beautiful. It's such an amazing experience. There is a healing focus to close the door on the old and bring in the new. I love that for us, that we are in such a powerful healing area that we are literally closing the door on the old and we are welcoming, we're really, really welcoming the new, whatever that looks like for us. It is such an important period of time that we're living through right now, ladies and gents. And if I was you, I would be embracing it every step of the way rather than this fear that so many people have around these energies. Like, embrace it, revel in it, recognize where you are uptight or where you are not vulnerable or whatever. Like, recognize it within you, learn to say sorry, learn to be present, learn to love yourself more than you ever have done in the past. It is so important that we lean into these energies. Now, these energies are really supporting us, bringing things into wholeness once and for all. Like, I'm really getting a sense of once and for all. I almost feel as if we are closing the door on a year and we're starting a new chapter. So maybe this is the end of the year, and in April we are going to spring into spring, or, spring into this new energy that is coming in for us. I feel very final. I feel there is a really final energy about March, and I also feel it is the start of something magnificent. Now, there is a new wave of awakening in what I would call like the truther stuff, like the government stuff and that kind of stuff. Now, what's fascinating, my mum shared an amazing article with me in the last week about water. Now, it's stuff that I've always been sharing, you need to distill your water or you need to get a filter. There's fluoride in it, there's arsenic in it, there's aluminium in it, all of these things. And my mum literally sent me this message with an article going, oh my goodness, it's everything you've ever spoken about. But because the Daily Mail said it, of course she's going to believe it over her daughter. I'm okay with it. Like, genuinely, I'm okay with it. She's getting the memo, and that is all I ask for. And this, my friends, is what is going to be happening through March. So ditch your ego, leave your ego at the door, and just allow the magic of where we are right now to really unfold. You know, I had a gorgeous situation today whereby there was a normal plane going across the sky, and then there was a plane that was leaving a chemtrail. And I just said to someone, "Do you see the difference between the two planes?" And the person was like, "Yeah, I actually do. Yes, I actually do." And you know what? That's it. All I said is maybe it's worth a research, and that's it. I don't need to get in my head about it. I don't need to go get on my soapbox about it. I don't need to be right. It is literally just this is where we are. This is what's going on. This is something that I've observed. You will receive much greater feedback and much more love if you do it from that perspective rather than a do this, do that, and slamming it in. In fact, the old protest nature, although there is that picking up, the old protest nature is very out of date now. It's very three-dimensional. If you are somebody who really would like to step into new earth and live in peace and harmony, what you need to be doing is live as if you are already there. If you keep dipping back into the feisty and the fighting and the fight or flight mode, then that is what you are going to be living. And that is the harmony. So many people are out there talking about the return of Christ, the second coming. Like we're in the second coming, guys. The biggest illusion is that you're waiting for something third party when actually it's about a rebirth of our own consciousness. That's the biggest myth that is out there. And I know that's going to trigger many people. However, this is the incoming of a new energy whereby we take our power back from people that have manipulated us and abused us for many, many, many lifetimes. 2025, my friends, I've been speaking about this for such a long time. 2025 is the year the world changes forever. The truth has to come out. False light is being brought to the surface, and I'm talking serious false light is surfacing. People are desperately in their ego trying to figure out what their role is in the new world rather than surrendering and saying, I'm trusting that everything is going to work out for my greatest good. I'm going to live in peace. I'm going to live in harmony, and I'm going to allow myself to be present with what is going on. Endings, finality, like I was saying a short time ago, death. This is the end of the world as we know it. Death of certain systems. I've been speaking to so many people about children's mocks in the last week, and this is an old system that has to go. You know, making our children do constant exams, constantly feeling like they're not good enough. It has to go. We are zapping people's self-worth, and actually New Earth is all about building people up. It's about, validating and ensuring that everybody is safe and secure. And so we need to get rid of that system. The medical system is collapsing all around us. We are seeing it with our own eyes. The best bit about endings is that there is an opportunity for a new beginning. As soon as we are done with this, there will be a rebirth. We can create. We can love, we can focus on everything that we have been wishing to focus on for some time. There's going to be mass weather issues through March. Expect floods, expect storms, expect really high winds, expect drownings. Like so much is around watching the water. There is going to be huge storms, earthquakes galore, volcanoes, wildfires. It's serious extremities is the word that I'm getting. Now, I also see that there is going to be severe travel issues. I don't know what that means. I don't know if you saw this orb just do this a second ago. I feel something extremely disruptive is going to come in America. I'm calling it out. America, there is going to be some serious disruption there, and there is going to be serious travel issues. So just be very, very careful when booking trips and, that kind of stuff. I just feel that there is going to be a lot of disruption. I also feel that there is going to be an area of tragedy through March. Now, obviously, as I'm speaking this, a lot of you are going to be thinking, is it lockdown? Is it lockdown? It's been 5 years since the last lockdown, and it could well be. I don't know. I still do feel that there is going to be a lockdown. So um, maybe this is it, but maybe not. I don't know. I just feel that there is going to be disruption and there is going to be tragedy. But the bright side of this, and every tragedy is a loss. I don't want to make little of that or light of that, but it's really important that we recognize that we are collapsing the old world, and the collapse of the old world opens the door for us to have the new world, new earth, peace, harmony. I do, however, see that the world has split in two. Can you see my little heart on my mug there? Look, that's super cute. I do see the world has split in two. I do see that things are gaining speed. I do see that we are going to be okay. We've just got a little bit more noise and a little bit more disruption to get through yet. Ladies and gents, I am excited. I don't even know how we've got to March, by the way, but I'm excited to deliver this message to you. I'm really excited to bring this to the party. It is with my absolute pleasure that I give you the March 2025 energy update. Now, if this video resonates with you, or if you feel that I've missed something out, please comment below. I would love to hear from you. I always come back over the comments after a couple of days of the video being out, so I will be back to you. And likewise, if this really resonates with you, or you know somebody who might like to hear this information, please do remember to hit the thumb up. Check out that big orb, just as I'm saying, please do sign up. Click the thumbs up for me because the likes really help us get in front of other people. If you go and hit the subscribe button, you will get to see this content more often. And if you share this video, I will be eternally grateful, but also it means the reach gets out there. So when I'm talking about Soul School and things like that, which is the future of the education and the health system, then more people will be able to gain access. So please, from my heart, if you could share this video with me, I would be eternally grateful. Get all of your friends to subscribe to the channel as well. Ladies and gents, I love you to the moon and stars. I will be back on Monday with a Lucy Davis live at 5 p.m. And this is going to be a very powerful message for all the star seeds and light workers around the world. Love you lots.